What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of College Hill season finale, celebrity edition. If I hope the light ain't bothering y'all, I just didn't want to turn on the other light. But anyway, so let's just get into it. So this is College Hill Celebrity Edition, season 1, episode 8, graduation day. So basically, honestly, I don't feel like this review is gonna be too long because not too much happened. I will say this. Okay, let me just go through it. So you got Ray J. Remember last week what happened with his whole case about the plagiarism or whatever, and it's like now it's finally hitting him that what he did was wrong, because Ray J has the way of trying to talk around the situation, trying to talk his way out of the situation, trying to make it seem as if he don't know what, he did, but he really did know what he did wrong. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the guy who poem it actually was. He was in my comments and he was just saying that was his poem and all that. It was good, it was deep, so shout out to you. But he got a meeting with the board, and I do say, what one thing that I will say about this particular cast is that everybody came in, and even though we did have some egos, everybody wanted to work together and everybody was concerned about each other. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a, well, that's what he get and that's this and boo boo boo. It wasn't no negativity or anything like that. You saw all of them come together and they were basically just trying to, you know, uplift Ray and hope that Ray actually would be able to graduate with them. You know what I'm saying? Their version of graduation, because it's like a special graduation or whatever, because they're getting a certificate and all that stuff. So it wasn't really negativity around it. It was a lot of positivity, and I really did like that. But in the reality of it, and in the real world, I honestly don't get how come Ray J didn't understand what he was doing was wrong, and the plagiarism and all that, or at least was trying to act like he didn't understand. Because if you are in the music industry, you know what I'm saying, you can't be out here taking people lyrics, because people gonna find out and you can't get, in trouble for that. And, there's also copyright infringement and things of that such or whatever that can happen, trademark infringement. You just can't be taking people's stuff and making it as if it's your own, and then trying to make it seem as if, no, this was something new and I just wanted to put this out here and all this stuff or whatever. But no, that wasn't the assignment. The assignment was for you to come up with something and not for you to recite something of someone else. And that would have been fine if he wouldn't have never said that or presented it as if it was his. If he would have started off and said, this is my homie poem or whatever, I don't think he would have got sent to the board the way that he did. He probably would have got it incomplete because he did not finish it, or he did not, do the assignment correctly, and she probably would have gave him another day or so to redo it, because she probably would have said, I said that you need to do it yourself. You need to come up with something and not recite something from somebody else. But no, he made that shit like it was his own. So that was what the issue was. So he has a meeting with the board. Slim Thug, or I should say Big Slim, his name is Dave Jerome. I said, what? When they announced his day at the graduation, I said, what? All I kept thinking about was Jerome in the house, Jerome in the house. So I said, oh no. I just did not figure his middle name or his first name to be that. Baby, let me go look up Big Slim. But anyway, so they doing that. He winds up taking them to Turkey Leg Hut or whatever. That big old thing down there in Texas. Baby, they always in some controversy. I know it was a dress code controversy thing that was going on and everything or whatever. But they was just, having a good time. They was just making Ray J feel a little bit better. A lot of laughs and everything, to keep his mind off of what was going on with the board. But then it was time for him to meet the board, because he sent the letter, an email to the teacher, or I should say the professor, and thinking that it would smooth things over. It probably did a little bit, but it really wasn't going to do anything, because at the end of the day, when he goes to the board, they basically decide that he's not going to be able to, join in the commencement ceremony because he committed plagiarism. And I know the roommates are like, well, he done did so much other things, and he's smart, and after that email or whatever, they can look past this and just give him this one chance. Then if he gets this one chance just because of that, it then everybody else, this is a precedent that you're putting out there on TV, okay? So just because you are a celebrity or whatever you want to call these people, yeah, I call some of them celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Just because you are in the spotlight or whatever, that doesn't mean that you get special privileges. You are in school, so therefore you're going to be judged just like the students. If a regular student in either high school or college was, called out for plagiarism, either they would get expelled or they would get demoted. You know what I'm saying? They get consequences will happen. And so it's not just because, oh, he is smart and all that stuff that, oh, you should turn a blind eye to it. That's just not how it goes. Even in the workplace, okay, in the business world, you don't want to be working with somebody that cannot come up with their own original ideas and they got to go take it from somebody else, okay? That is a liability to the company. And Ray J, as a businessman, he should know that too. You know what I'm saying? So it works all hand in hand. So it was the guy and the woman who always come to them each week in the auditorium, or I should say the gym room, and tell them their weekly updates about their courses and stuff, who was a part of the board, plus the African American Studies teacher. And he tried to, say that he apologizes, and I believe that he was sincere about it. For once, I felt like Ray J, he's goofy as hell. He's a clown. Even if he tries to be serious, he just like, you want to not like him sometimes because some of the stuff that he does, but you just cannot not like him. Like, I'm so mad at him and his association with Trump or whatever, and the way that it came out. But at the same time, the motherfucker is funny. The motherfucker is funny. Okay? So, he tried to apologize, and he did acknowledge the fact that, he was not the best that he could be. He basically wasn't taking things seriously. And what also played a part into the plagiarism, and along with the plagiarism, was the fact that he wasn't going to class right. And, even if you're an adult and then you're in school, a lot of the professors will make it part of your grade is attendance, okay? You ain't got to show up, but just let you know it is part of your attendance. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna, your grade, your attendance is part of your grade. So you just gotta keep an eye on that. You know what I'm saying? It's teaching you responsibility, because it's not your parents that's telling you to go to school. It's not this person drop you off. You have to do that yourself. And all he had to simply do was to call and let them know what was going on. Baby, when the professor was like, and he up there not giving deference to the other teachers or whatever, Ray J said, hold on. What is deference? I mean, you just saying words. You word vomiting words. I don't even know what you're saying or whatever. What is deference? And she was like, Google it. I mean, I don't got my phone. Well, here, use mine. So she looked up deference, or at least had him look it up, and she spelled it out right. He said, I can't read this. I ain't got my glasses. She said, here, use my glasses. Ooh, I can really see up in these. Baby, when he put them glasses and see, this is what I'm talking about. Even in a serious moment like this, Ray J is a clown, but the shit was funny. All right, it was. He know he messed up, and he took responsibility. That's the only thing that I could say. But of course, it wasn't no half sympathy, half pity on me, because if you, especially since they putting this out here on the public forum or whatever, and people can see it, it's like, oh, so I can get away with it too. No, that's not going to happen. So they have to do what they normally would do when it comes to plagiarism. He's not going to be able to get his stuff. So, of course, he was in his feelings a little bit. They was waiting around for him and talking about seeing what's going to happen. Meanwhile, Dream had came back because Dream left to go to New York because she had cracked her tooth and she had to get that fixed. Ray had moved up into her room, but she was moving his shit up out of there because she was like, no, ma'am, this is not what's going to happen. Big Slim, I really want you to stop. That's the only thing that I did not like about Slim was the fact that he was trying so hard to get at Dream. And he just came off like the creepy uncle. he just came off like the creepy uncle because the girl just kept on saying no, 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 no throughout the whole series, okay? And of course, Ray J is coming in and, he's upset. He's in his feelings. He's feeling bad, but at the end of the day, I like the fact that, the roommates was there to comfort him or whatever, but it was his own fault. That's all that it was. But nobody told him that to his face. They was just saying, they wanted all of them to, graduate with each other. And that was cool though. Cause I would have been like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. Cause I told you. I told your ass. But anyway, the next day they had to go to their last class. Last day of class, which was the African American Studies. Lamar Odom, I think he said that was his favorite class. Um, and he definitely wanted to do the little presentation and perform well. And so basically what was going on is that they were getting up there and, telling about what they learned in the class. India, she went first, which is a given because I would have did the same thing. But she went first, and she was speaking about Sarah Bartman. And this is the first time I've heard of Sarah Bartman. I know the story about because she was this African woman who had this large butt, okay? And they paraded her around like she was some type of freak, some type of circus animal, some type of, thing that you just look at or whatever. And all around Europe and everything. And, just gazing and gawking at her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just because she had a large posterior. And so I had no idea what I actually learned about from what she said. I didn't know that it was because her butt was big because she had like some abnormal tissue growth or whatever that was going on in her body. I had no idea that that's what it was, okay? So she literally had a human condition that she could not control. It wasn't just because her butt was big just to be big. She literally had some health reasons and issues that was going on. And I had no idea about that. And I love the way that India kind of connected it to what's going on today with, the girls wanting big butts and herself even wanting a big butt. I said, India, your butt is big enough. You don't need it to get it bigger than what it is. You have a nice shape. Okay, so just let that stay right how it is, And she said after reading about this and reading about how they treated her, let me go check my. They say my box came. Beyonce got tired of my ass talking shit about her ass, so she said, "Bitch, we ain't gonna give it to you on Monday. We gonna give it to you today." But anyway, so they said, she was basically like she not gonna look into getting her butt bigger. I guess probably in an unnatural way, meaning like surgery or whatever, because it's the BBL craze, and I'm so glad they put this in here because honestly, I like a big butt, but I like a natural big butt. And when I say a big butt, I don't mean like these huge butts that we be seeing out here. Oh, how do you handle all that? I know your back hurt, okay? And I'm big enough, and sometimes, as a big person, sometimes you be thinking about, oh my God, can I fit up in the chair because of my hips, because my ass too big and I'm too wide or whatever like that. And it's the same thing that I think that some of these girls that got these big asses that be feeling too. Can you fit up in the chair because your ass too big? God damn, we ain't supposed to have the same problems and we ain't the same size because your ass too goddamn big. Girl, what's going on? And I love the way she, was like, maybe they trying to trick us to think that we need this. It's all the way back to slavery and all this stuff. I said, well, shit, India. She impressed me. I don't care what nobody said. Lamar got up there. He said his stuff about how, we can be more than just athletes and entertainers or whatever, successful in any area. And I said that was cute. Nene got up there and basically was like, I really didn't think coming here was gonna be worth anything or whatever. She didn't know what to expect, and she learned a lot and she liked the class and everything. And I just loved everybody's approach to it. Big Free to get up there, Slim get up there. Everybody said what they had to say, and I like the fact that everybody was learning. Girl, Ray J and these goddamn ducks, and then the meeting of the ducks. Now he gonna say, "Well, I was out here and I just saw the ducks in the pool, and they was out there having sex." And then he gonna he gonna look up and say, "Google, What does it mean when the bitch? I laugh because I Google something like this. I Google everything, and I literally ask, "What does it mean?" That's literally what it starts off with. What does it mean when ducks be in your pool making love? I said, now why he looked that shit up? But it gave some real ass like deep meaning and shit. Like if you keep on seeing ducks, it means this. It means you need to let go. It means you need to move on, or you need to do this, and this is your future, and all this stuff or whatever. I said, oh, some little spiritualized stuff, okay? I love it when they have their little sit downs and their deep talks, and Frida and Lamar and Nene was talking about actually coming there and what they had planned or what they thought, and Frida asked Nene, did she think that being there helped with her business sense a little bit since she has that lounge, and she said, I don't know if she necessarily said, I can't remember if she said it kind of helped. But she did say that, she's numb. After losing Greg, she just like a little numb and everything. And it's something where, she probably needs to go to some therapy about. And honestly, I would have thought Nene, I feel as though anybody who loses somebody, they need to go to therapy right away. They need to go to therapy, grieve for a second, and then they need to go to therapy after everything calms down. Meanwhile, Frida and Slim make a bet to see who's going to be valedictorian. And if the person that doesn't become valedictorian between them two, they have to jump into the pool. Ray J is on the phone with his kids, and he's just feeling bad because, he wasn't there. He didn't accomplish what he wanted to accomplish, and he couldn't show that to his kids, and he felt like a failure in that aspect. But he didn't let that get him down. He said he's still going to be there at the commencement ceremony. He's still going to be cheering them on, and I like that. I really, really did. And they invited their people, and of course, everybody was there being supportive. They got their awards, and Slim wound up being salutatorian, and Big Frida, she wound up being the valedictorian, and that was really, really great. And after that, they just had like a little get together out on the quad and put on shows and stuff. And Slim went on ahead and filmed himself actually jumping in the pool. So the episode, I'm gonna tell you this. I had my doubts and I had my feelings about this show. I really did. I was the first one that was like, girl, why y'all doing this? How come it just can't be the regular college hill, okay? Why is these celebrities here? But this was a cool group. It proved me wrong. It was one of the better reality shows that they came out with in a minute that, was just really, really wholesome. And I really enjoyed it. And I hope they bring it back for a second season. And I hope that in the second season, it still goes like this, just with different people. And we still have this type of wholesome dynamic. Nobody trying to be negative or whatever. We know it's going to be a little bit of drama, but not too much. And that's exactly what they gave us. They gave us a little drama, but not too much that it was overwhelming that season, Stacey Dash, ma'am. I still can't believe Stacey Dash did that shit. Girl, y'all saw that video she put up talking about how she's sober now. And the way that she was looking in the video, she didn't look... I said, girl, let me stop. But y'all tell me how y'all felt about the season as a whole. And I will see you guys later. Peace.